roll as I arrive. I believe that's the B group. I'm going to slip on the back. I'm slipping this way. I just got hit 636. Perfect. We're lining up over there.
This is the Trek store in the Woodlands.
We gotta do, right?
Morning, guys.
Hey, morning.
On this ride, I left Northampton, rode into the Woodlands, went to the Trek store, picked up the group. We headed out through the preserve, all the way down Crocodile Boulevard into Tomball, Texas. Filmed there. We passed Tomball, went into Rose, what it says Rose Hill. That's the Cypress area. This is all kind of the western and northwestern part of Harris County. We rode all the way down. The ride eventually ended up going to Katy. As you can see, that's farm country. You see all those plots. Everything's flat. It's very windy. But it was pretty interesting because we were really in civilization. We got to this Trek store in Katy. I filmed the arrival there, and then we headed back. So it was kind of an out and back with a slight variation on the return. The roads were kind of a city, you know, a little bit. We stopped. Paul had a flat, and we took a picture of a pump that John Z let us use, and we ended up sourcing copies of that pump because it worked really well. My arm didn't get tired, and it really put a lot of pressure in the tire quickly. I think you would love the clips we put together for you today. We're leaving the Trek store. At this point, I'm not aware that Paul is in this group. I have not seen him yet because I got here as they were rolling out and I went to the back of the group. So he's up ahead. I will see him in a while when I start to film the group. I will ride up in the left lane and try to pick up everybody because the line they had was nice and tight. In a little bit, you'll hear some guy asking to film me. And like, I don't hand my camera to just anyone. I gracefully declined the offer. I don't know your skill level. I don't know you. I'm not giving you my camera. You know, Maurizio holds the camera. Yeah, you know, we know his level. And so I think it's after I do this, he will come up. He'll see me with the camera. He meant well.
You want me to take a video of you?
Excuse me?
A video of you? I can take the camera and take a video of you.
Nah, that's okay. I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, it's like I don't know his skill level on the bike. I wouldn't give him my camera.
I would give him a camera to take a video of me. I'm not handing my camera to just anybody.
Yeah, so we're handing the camera to accomplished riders who we know can multitask on the bike.
You guys can even see me. There we go, got some light. I saw a group going up there, but I wanted to see if Paul and them were back here.
Yeah, there's a group that left before this group. The A group had about probably 9 or 10 riders. I saw more with them when I was coming up.
Because when I was catch up to them at the start. Anyway.
When I was coming up, I was behind more on this road because he rode here as well. He was ahead of me, and I saw the tail light. I knew it was him because he's got that cycle light that jumps around. It has a distinctive pattern. And I kind of knew it was him. So we're heading towards Lake Woodlands Drive. You can see the map on the right. It gives you the name of the street. We're on Shadow Bend Drive. These are the roads that during the week we actually frequent when I come into this part of the Woodlands. I do my loops through here sometimes. I think even this is a neighborhood we cut through. So all these roads are very, very cycling friendly pretty much all the time. Low volume.
Easy for you.
Actually, I kind of want to take it easy.
Yeah, there's a guy next to me. He rode with me last week with the Romeo group,
it's kind of nice.
and he said this is too easy for me.
Today. That was my plan.
You can make the ride harder for yourself. I mean, like on this ride, I didn't do much drafting.
Take in the scenery,
I sat off the back.
Meet new people instead of the same guys you ride with all the time. So
yeah, the A group has the same people we ride with all the time. So you know, kind of on these rides, I want to meet at least somebody new, one person. I ended up meeting 4, so it was cool. And then more ends up joining us. You will see as the clips progress. He rides with the A group, and they stopped at a place, and then he turned back when they stopped because he didn't want to stop. So he rode back to us, picked up our group, and rode with us. He was planning on taking it easy, he said, because he had a ride after this Sunday. They were having another Grand Fondo. They're called the, I think it's Grand Fondo, Texas.
what is your name?
Randy.
Randy? Oh yes, I met you on that ride. Eldred, Randy.
I'm the one who dropped off early all the time.
They were going harder than they should have. They never stayed disciplined. All cyclists, pretty much.
So we're on Lake Woodlands Drive. This is a main drag. A lot of cyclists use this road. I use it a lot.
When I go there, I just follow what they
Even
do.
though that shoulder is there, it's not very smooth all the way. So most of the time I use the lane because the shoulder is just so bumpy. The asphalt is all chewed up.
With the pace. So when they get tired, it slows down.
So the goal of this group was between, I believe, 18 to 20 miles an hour. They were trying to average 18 or something like that.
Lovely morning.
We averaged nearly 20 miles an hour. We did this 100 miles. The century was quick, about 5 hours or so.
Enjoy while it lasts till summer gets here.
In a little bit, I'm gonna go to the left. I believe I'm checking for traffic right now. I'm gonna go to the left and ride up and film the group. And that's when I'm gonna see Paul and Jennifer and them, they're up front. So most of the ride, I stayed out of the pace line. And as if to say I was riding solo. That way it's as if to say you're pulling at the front. You know, you're staying in the wind. Guys running. The Woodlands area has a lot of outdoor activities. They have a lot of trails and walking paths and other stuff, so people are always out and about. I think it's somewhere around here. I'll move over and I'm gonna ride up and turn the camera and just film everybody. Everybody's looking tight.
Nice tight
this is Cochran's Crossing. So you can see on the profile
double pace line.
The route at this point is going up. The ride leader is going to look at me, and I'm going to let him know. I say, I had to film you guys because you guys look so tight. Because we don't always maintain a tight line like this.
So these guys are doing about, you probably average about 18. You guys are looking too tight. I had to get that. Looking good.
Yeah. Everybody nice and tight. So I think it's a stop sign. I moved back in the lane because I saw those lights, but I thought there was a car coming. So the front two will stop, and then the rest of the group goes through when it's clear. If it's clear.
Left turn. Good morning, sir. Hey, my brother.
This is where I see Paul, and then I think I saw Jennifer also.
Everybody's looking really crisp. Precision.
Somebody said Veloharmony. This guy is from the islands on my right there. I got to chat with him a little bit. His name is Jose. In the gold, I think it's Domani. Trek Domani.
You guys were looking too
machine.
tight. I had to get you on camera.
And that's, I think, Cecilia. I got to meet her later. So it's kind of cool. I didn't know them. So you get to meet people, you know. That's the whole point of doing these open rides. I met about four to five people I had never met before. I met the lady behind me that briefly you'll see her. Her name is Jenna. She's going to come by. I think she comes by here. She's wearing a white jacket, which I think is too warm because the day warms up quickly. You can see it's 12 Celsius. It's in the 50s. 53 maybe, but it warmed up quickly. She had to take that jacket off. We ended up folding it up for her and putting the upper part of the neck so it looked like an aerodynamic hump. It worked out, you know. It's kind of cool. When I started the ride, I was actually a bit chilled, but I knew the day was going to warm up quickly, so I tolerated it for the first 30 minutes or so. And at this point, I'm comfortable. This is Kirkendall at Flint Ridge, I believe. We don't normally ride on this stretch a lot of time. I mean, you can. There's a shoulder there. You can use it most of the way. I don't care for it. It's just too busy during the day. The street we're crossing here, it goes north and south. We're headed west. That's the one. It's called Flint Ridge. I use that a lot. I like that. It's quiet. And it's lumpy. So on this ride, I kind of kept my eye on a few of the weaker riders, newer riders. Ended up giving a rider some tips. He was riding his largest ratio and straining after every stop to get the gear rolling. And so but he was trying to hang on. He got dropped a couple of times in the wind, and then we get caught at the light and he'd catch up. And so I saw that he was trying, so I went ahead and rode up to him and just told him, I said, hey, you know, when they slow down, downshift a few cars, you know, 3 to 4, and then spin it to get going and then shift back up. I said, because, you know, you're wearing out your legs. And he tried it, and he looked at me and he said, thanks for the tip. He said, it really feels better. I said, yeah. So he just didn't know. You know. Knowledge is power. This is Jose on the left. Looks smooth on his bike. There are quite a few Domanes on this ride. You will see me film them at the stop. I don't usually do that, but I decided to do that on this ride.
On one of our main boulevards in the city, in
This
Woodlands.
is Kirkendall.
Kirkendall.
If you're not from the area, you would say Kuykendall because that's how it's spelled, but it's pronounced Kirken, K-E-R-K. I think it's German.
Unless I'm really cooking.
Yeah, I don't ride that. I ride on the right where you see there's a bike path on the right there.
This is the Strava segment right here. So you're going for the segment and you use the road.
Yeah, during the week this road's busy, but if you must use it and you're going fast, you just take the right lane. I don't particularly care to compete with automobiles. So you look at the profile and we're at the highest point, or we're approaching the highest point of the ride. Then it just flattens out. So that's the way to Katy. So basically, we're up, we go down to the southwestern part of the area, which is actually northwest Houston. But from here, it's southwestern. So we go to Katy, which is flat, and then we come back. And so it lumps back on the way back. So we leave the hills, we go into the plains, and come back into the hills. It almost looked like one of those profiles in the Tour de France.
It's not in that gear. It's in between.
There's a rider on my left.
That can ruin your drivetrain.
I think it's Randy. It's a Randy. Anyway, he's ridden with us before, but I said you can hear his chain is not engaged properly. It's rubbing. And I suggested off camera, hey, we go to a Trek store anyway. Just get them to fix it. It's a minor adjustment. Because, he's like, well, I can bring it, you want me to bring it to your shop or whatever. I said, you already going to a bike shop. Get them to fix it. I didn't want to, his bike, his chain was filthy. People, when they bring bikes like that, I charge them just to clean it. I don't work on a dirty bike. The chain should not be black and nasty. You got to clean it. It just wears quicker. All that stuff just attracts even more dirt. That's why it's black and dirty. You gotta clean it, bro. You gotta keep your drivetrain clean. It just works better. But his is maladjusted, and he's doing a century and listening to that noise the whole ride.
We are in Tomball, Texas, Robert Tengler's neighborhood. It's pronounced Tomball, Texas. You gotta say it. Tomball, Texas.
I'm trying to work on my southern drawl.
I'm playing Gatekeeper Road here. This is the second group on the road. The average is 18 to 20 miles per hour, 32K for the 100 miles.
We've lost a few
only
riders.
One member, and she said that she's okay, she's a little tired. She's got her phone, and if she gets too tired, somebody will pick her up. So
I was eating a granola bar, and I just noticed that it's on my lip there because I was eating hurriedly. It's a century. You got to eat early, and I was eating solids. I didn't want to do any gels early in the ride.
Saturday morning, people sleeping in.
This is Tomball, Texas. One of our subscribers lives out here. Robert Tengler.
Beautiful out here. Look at those trees.
Tomball,
look at that
Texas.
huge tree there.
It's a beautiful oak tree on the right.
They cleaned the air for us.
Yeah,
we got to keep them around.
So most of this ride, I sat off the back like that and just kind of watched. And this allowed me to work as if to say I was pulling.
This road we're on is called Huffsmith. Probably seen it on the map. Guy's playing softball over there.
So instead of my heart rate being 120 beats per minute, it's in the 140s. So I'm in zone 2 versus zone 1.
Cool temperatures in the morning,
terrain.
Mild in the afternoon. 21C, 28C, 70 to 85 for the high. It's just nice and cool, low humidity. Something blew in last week. Railroad tracks.
So we're approaching the highest point of this route.
This smooth or not
at this point.
They probably worked on it. Used to be crappy, much better. That was smooth. Not a baseball diamond over there. A lot of schools out here. This is Tomball. We're closer to Robert's area, Robert Tengler on the channel. This guy's playing baseball out there. Tomball. That road up there, if you go right, takes you to
Robert
where he
lives north of here.
This is close to
And
downtown.
downtown's on the
Tomball is
left.
on my left. You can't
South.
see it.
Look at the sky. It's beautiful.
So the leader stopped and everybody's gonna roll through.
So in about a kilometer or so, we're gonna lose another rider.
Roll through like a
he
train.
Had enough.
But we stopped, so we're not gonna get hassled.
So I'm the caboose at this point, anyway.
I used to come through here quite often many years ago. When we used to ride with the UMC boys. We used to come on this side of town often.
A lot of little stop signs out here. It's gonna open up in a bit. Getting out of town.
There's a church right there. I think there's another one on this side. I don't see a sign.
So that's how you can make yourself work harder. Stay out of the draft. If you're riding with people that are not going as hard as you'd like, or it's easy for you and you want to work a little harder, you kind of sit in the wind or sit off the back, that kind of stuff.
Morning.
This is where this road becomes Brown Road in a little bit. After I think when we get onto the freeway, the name changes. It was Huff Smith back there, and a piece of it, if you stay on it, it's called Huff Smith Kirkendall. This is where this guy has had enough.
You all right?
More or less.
Okay. He said more or less. I said, you all right? He said more or less. He'd had enough. All the little jumps from the corners. You know, every time you stop, the guys at the front want to get back to 2021 quickly. If you're not in top shape, they call it back in the saddle century. So you're going to attract people that are just getting back in the saddle. But you know, they put the route out there. So
we're going a little harder than advertised.
Yeah, I'm right on the bottom of tempo. So at this point, I've had 2 granola bars already. When I'm spending more than 5 hours during the day on the bike, I make sure I eat my solids as early as possible, so they can
straight.
get
Let's use one
processed
lane, guys.
for later.
Car back, turn it right.
Yeah, I'm letting everybody know to use the center lane, because you know, there's a tendency of some cyclists to straddle center and right lane. That's just not cool. That's wrong, and you know, you don't need to take up the whole road. You take one lane, and that's what we do here. So as a result, the other road users can go.
This is the event. We are not late for anything. We're already here.
Somebody just ran a red light. One of us.
Cypress, Texas.
This is Cypress. This is later in the ride.
You're here. There's nowhere else.
They ran that light, and now they're gonna wait for us on the other side.
At the conference, you're already here.
So I'm letting them know there's no reason to run the light.
Oh man, I ride too often.
Not waiting for anything.
I ride too often to take chances. It's just not.
Anyway, I want to go back on my bike tomorrow again.
I don't take chances.
If I see that stuff,
I don't take chances. No, I don't take chances. It's just no point. There's no point to it. I got other things I want to go do after the ride. I am Eldred. What is your name?
Joel.
Joel. Nice to meet you. Young lady, what's your name? Jenna. I'm Eldred. Come on, let's go, Jenna. The stop is right around the corner. I don't know why
Jenna
they did that.
and Joel are friends. They ride together often. I think I'm not sure if they work together or not.
All right.
But I got to meet them on this ride.
Yeah, that's okay. We got this
Two
lane.
other people I met almost four.
We're gonna
four
be
or five
turning
people.
after we get across.
We're gonna be turning left, I believe.
There we go. We're in Cypress, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. This is northwestern Harris County. Yep.
So this is the first
Oh,
stop.
come on, Jenna, the sprint's coming up.
It's not one of the
That's
Trek
the
stores.
finish
It's just a store. I'm messing with Jenna. Those guys that ran the light are a little ahead of
there's
us.
a store right in after that tree. You'll see them turn. Yeah.
So Jenna already unzipped her jacket. She's getting warm. At the stop, she takes it off. I think at this stop, I'll go ahead and photograph all the different bikes that everybody's riding. You see the riders up ahead that got through the light. Some of the ones that ran the red. So there's no reason to run the red light. I mean, you're not gaining any time.
This is the first stop on the Century in Cypress, Texas. You see all the bikes lined up over here. Time-wise.
So we've been riding for about 90 minutes, let's say, from the official start.
Good morning.
The birds love the weather. You hear them singing.
All the machines are lined up. It's a Velo, Trek. That's an Imonda. This works. These boys are not broke. There's thousands of dollars worth of frames out here. Wow. Here's another Trek. Sweet. Madone. It's a very comfortable model there. That's Joe Longo's favorite.
I searched my house. I didn't see him. I rode almost down there. I turned around. I said, "They're gonna like you."
So all these cyclists, they got big paychecks. Look at these things. These things cost a pretty penny. Madone, another Madone is very comfortable. That's another Madone, very comfortable. These cyclists are not broke. These guys are doctors, lawyers, and drug dealers. We don't know, whatever. We know they're not broke, whatever they are. So this is the first stop. We're going to go into, we're in Cypress, stopping in the store. I was saying, I said, these cyclists are not broke. I filmed all the bikes. I said, they're not broke. I said, they're doctors, lawyers, drug dealers, whatever, but they got money. And the lady started laughing. Yeah!
There's Maurizio Topotopini. Mo came back to our group. We're in the plains of West Texas, heading towards Katy, Texas. If you look at the profile, it's flat. The guy in front of Mo is a gentleman I got to meet on this ride from the islands. His name is Jose. More getting something to eat. More wraps his own meals in aluminum foil. Old school. Make it bite-sized sandwiches. Yeah, he's asking if we're going to do the Grand Fondo on Sunday, the day after this ride. I had planned on it. I ended up taking Sunday off. I had a lot of running around to do. I was going to ride with Paul and a couple other riders, but when I got up, I just felt like I would be neglecting other things that needed to be addressed.
How you doing? I figure,
It was going to be a recovery ride, so I figured I'd just take a day off.
We're going to go faster. Yeah. Better.
Mo said the other group was going fast. I think he planned to only do a shorter distance with them because he's going to ride tomorrow. We're on the open road in West Harris County, headed towards Katy, Texas. Somebody picked up the pace up there. You can see my watts, 3-something. The road here is slight. It's a slight little lip, nothing major. 1%. I think we might be in Bridgeland or somewhere. Yep, Bridgeland. That's Bridgeland. We're in the Bridgeland. We come back the same way, and you'll hear me ask, where are we?
Yeah. Shortly. That's when you want to put it right. That's right after that we take a left. And there's that.
Yeah, there's a real crappy section of road. That's what Mo's telling Paul. After we take a left, you might want to put the camera up. It's very bumpy. A lot of potholes and ruts, so you gotta read the road. So when you're riding in these kind of roads, this is a heavily populated area. It is Saturday morning, but with a group this size, you take the whole right lane. It's safer. We're doing 2 abreast. The cars can use the left lane to pass. You don't have to share your lane with anybody. We're moving at a good clip, 38K. 23, 24 miles an hour. So quite a bit of time in the group on a flat road like this. You're not going to be working too hard, except when they get out of corners or whatever.
Really good pace. Yeah. I like it. I mean, it's really not too slow. It's very nice. Comfortable pace. Yeah, 22, 23.
Yeah, so we're riding around. That's what Mo's talking about. It's not too slow, not too fast. 22, 23. A group this size in the plain, flat roads. I'm at bottom of zone 2 for me, so it's like most of zone 1. It's a good pace to just kind of spin out, especially for those who haven't been training so much. You can get a good workout in.
All of this area, all of this, it's like it was not here 5 years ago.
Look at that sky. Yeah, all these roads are new.
Maybe right after. The first time I came by, and
There was not a tree, and now the building.
Yeah. I came here with Abby and Jerry.
Yeah.
And
Were you with us? Was I with you?
No.
Okay.
This time it was just the three of us.
Okay. Because that's the same thing I did with Jerry and Abby.
Yeah.
The first time I came, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was just brand new.
Yeah.
When did you come here with them?
We're talking about this area. It's all
It was
new.
in the summer.
Oh, this past summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. A couple of years ago.
We did like 147 miles.
Oh yeah, we go with Abby.
Oh.
With Abby. Get ready for the 3-digit mile.
I'm surprised he didn't show up. He said to be
He's in the front.
Oh, was it? Did you see it?
Yeah. Okay. There.
He must pick them up on the road because it wasn't a trek.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, actually. I think we picked him up, yeah. Well, I mean, they picked me up too because I almost got to trek and they were coming in.
Yeah. The air group was very small at trek.
So Paul has the camera and we're just kind of rolling around. I'm behind him.
Yeah, no, then
We're rolling around 22,
Good,
23 miles an hour.
Like this, yeah.
I think there's a freeway up there.
Maybe 10 left. Was there a C group?
We're going to be turning left.
No, I think they blend in
No,
here.
this is 290.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
Stay in the middle here.
Okay. This is where I need to put it back.
Yeah, because now we're going to take a look.
We're in Katy, Texas. I just turned on the camera to film this mall. We're in a mall called Katy Ranch Crossing. The riders are up ahead. I stopped to get the camera out. But we're all the way across town from where I live. We're in the southwestern part of Harris County. Those of you familiar with the area. So we rode from the Woodlands to Katy, and we're gonna be going back. I've got 3.5 hours, 3:28 on the clock. So another 3 hours we'll be back home. We took the scenic route. It's been fun. I got to meet 3 new riders today. That's my goal when I come to these open rides, to meet at least one new person I didn't know before. And I got to meet 3, actually 4. So a rider in the bunch that was a little squirrely, so I chatted with him, gave him a couple of tips. He wasn't using his gears, he was sitting in a big gear, so he was struggling. Every time we would leave it like a stop sign, he was struggling. So he appreciated it. He thanked me for the tips, but he was trying. That's why I went ahead and gave him tips, because he would not quit. He was struggling in the wind, but he kept pushing. And once I see that, yeah, a little tip here and there, that's all they need. And he's in there, he's up ahead. I got to get his name. I didn't get his name.
If you look at the profile, if you were to fold it, it would match, because we're basically going back to where we came. So we're right in the middle, pretty much going to start going back. So you can see how if you were to cut it to the left of that line where we are, it would just fit. This is a trek store in Katy, Texas.
They usually have snacks for us.
They have the same stuff that we usually eat on the bike, so it's one of these rides where I don't have to wonder about trying anything new, because it's stuff that we use all the time. They have those Nature Market fig bars, really good. I always have at least 2 contact points on my machine, either a tire and a bar or something. Touchy. I saw a guy putting on the cleat covers. I have a pair. I rarely use them. They're always at home. I hate carrying them around my pocket. I got other things I want to carry, but if you have to use them in situations where it's rocky and stuff like that, because rocks and stuff can chew up your cleats. But in this situation, I don't think it's necessary.
It's like e-bikes. Pretty store. Got a lot of bikes in here. I get a shot of the Trek store. I love those posters.
We're headed back. This is a few miles after we left the Trek store. I decided to take out the camera because they were really cooking here. So we've got the wind behind us on this stretch. It's blowing from the south. I think it's southeasterly. This is Cecilia. I got to meet her on the right. I don't know the name of the lady to the left. I'm just sitting in a fairly large gear spinning in the 80s. Then we're back in Bridgeland. That's where I asked, where are we? Is this Cypress? And most said, no, it's Bridgeland. That's the bridge. We just passed the bridge. This is the land.
So I guess this is Cypress?
Mm-hmm. Bridgeland.
Bridgeland, okay. Bridgeland Creek.
Yeah, we just passed the bridge.
Okay.
And this is the land.
It's a new area.
Let's go.
It's a relatively new area.
Yeah, no kidding.
The guy said, I bet you they spent a couple of hours coming over that name. I said, no kidding. Easy name to come up with. You see a rider here struggling getting his foot in. That can cause you to lose your spot. He's lost quite a few spots. You got to practice clipping in and clipping out without looking at the pedal. That's something to work on every ride. So for me, this ride was mostly Zone 1 and Zone 2. As you can see, they're almost completely shaded, more than half. And then the rest of the areas where you're going to hit them, you know, when they accelerate and so forth. Especially when we're going into the wind. Look at the sky, it's just beautiful. when you're in a bunch like this, you don't want to be in a gear that you're laboring in. You want to be in a gear that you can rev up as the speed changes. It helps you maintain your spot in the group.
Left lane.
Gonna be turning left, so we're gonna occupy the left lane. So the traffic can go by.
Pass it on the right. Just in case.
Yeah, there's always one or two cyclists that want to loiter out there, so that's why I said that. When you ride, you need to be predictable. Stick to the lane you're using.
There's a car on the right. Car on the right.
Yeah, there's a car coming in. I'll trust them. I want to make sure they see us. You know, so whenever you're with the group, just because half of the group makes it doesn't mean the situation is still the same. It can be clear for them, and then things change on an open road situation. The roads are not closed. You always got to be watching. So if I'm like mid-pack, as I go through, I let the riders behind me know, yeah, it's clear, or it's still clear. Then they need to pass it on. Everybody needs to check. Don't assume. Make sure that driver has seen you. So riding with the group definitely makes the miles or kilometers go by. It's a nice change. I try to mix them in maybe once or twice a week where possible. But most of my other riding is solo. There's a stop sign, that's why he said that, so that, well, as I was saying, so the rest of us will keep our eye on that car. Because if the car runs the stop sign, just because half of the group is gone, doesn't mean you're going to put yourself in harm's way. You always have to be alert, especially when you're in the group. Don't get comfortable because you're in a group and get careless. You got to be doubly careful around other cyclists. Because they themselves can cause you to crash if they're not paying attention or their skill level's not up to par. So not only do you watch them, but you have to watch the other road users if they make mistakes. So I pretty much quadruple my caution when I ride in a group. I hope that tells you something. Around here, I just spend a lot of time in a moderate gear, and you'll see my cadence exceed triple digits frequently because the speeds were changing, especially around the corners or from stops. So right here, the speed settled. And then I think we go around a curve or something, and it will pick up. So you see my RPMs go above 100 RPM. In one stretch, I even got to like 120 something. Yeah, right around here, as you pick up, the speeds go up quickly. See where we are on the course. We're headed back to our part of town. We're almost at the base of where the climbs will start as we go more north. We're headed west right now.
Slowing down.
So every time they slow down, when we pick back up, they jump up the speed. The ride leader had to go up to the front several times to let them know, you know, you got to slow down because we're losing people. He was doing his best to keep everybody together. We're going to turn right. I believe this will take us north. Look at the watts. Look at my cadence. It was like 114 or something like that. It saves your legs when you rev it up. You do more of it. So I basically just sat in the 5317 mostly, from 80 to like 115 or whatever, you know, whatever they would go, I would just rev it up. I wasn't doing too much shifting. Anyway, I don't know what you did this weekend, but you can see. Look at this day. This is part of what we did. That's Mr. Ilonga, Mauricio. So, remember, get your K's in and keep every doctor far.
You lost something?
No, just can't remember if I know. I thought I took a big new little thing over there.
Okay.